Here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call.
What's up, y'all? Amen Rachel. I'm here to post a video of a different kind of video, you know. This is my first One Piece what if. So, yeah. This one won't be much. Just me talking about my origin life and Kill 360's life and stuff. Hold up. Alright, I'm back. So, yeah. Kill 360 is going to be on the left. And I'm going to be on the right. Now, in this, I am pretty much chilling. But I'm at the edge of a waterfall. And on the edge of it is, you know, a bunch of fish, cause I'm fishing. I'm an orphan, and I have a devil fruit, and that devil fruit, this devil fruit it was black with flames on it. This devil fruit. And, you know, since I was an orphan, I was hungry, you know. And so I bit into it. And, you know, at first I'm like, ugh, this don't taste like anything like a fruit. Because it was in the shape of an apple, and I thought it was going to taste like an apple, but it didn't taste like no apple. It didn't taste like anything. That was why it was nasty. But, you know, once you're hungry, taste doesn't really matter to you. So I ate the whole thing. And yeah. And once I ate it, I immediately knew why it tasted bad to me. Because it was a devil fruit. And this devil fruit is gonna give me shadow flames. Now, for those who don't know what shadow flame is, it's a very rare devil fruit that I'm giving myself, and it allows me to do a multitude of things. Excuse me. One thing, it allows me to control blackish red flames, which are if not hotter than the surface of the sun. It's like the Amaterasu flames, but with a red tint to it. Black and red flames, yeah. And I'm just pretty much chilling by myself. I'm fishing because, you know, I'm hungry. And of course I got my own flame going because I can control how I want the flames to be. And right now I'm 7 years old. And I am fishing. You know, I got a couple of fish in here. And, you know, I'm fishing and I see a girl around my age crying. And she is crying very hard. In fact, like, she's just have her hands over her eyes. And she's not really looking where she's going. And I say, hey, are you alright? And, you know, her not looking where she's going, she bumps into me. And I'm like, no, wait, I can't swim. And, you know, I'm thinking about to land in the water. And, you know, before I land in the water, I just feel a bunch of hands just wrap around me. And I look down, I'm like, huh? I'm like, I don't feel any water on me. And so, yeah, this little girl has a bunch of hands wrapped around me, and she pulls me back up over the shore. And she says, sorry, I wasn't looking where I was going. And I said, it's fine. Thank you for helping me because, I can't swim. And I can tell that she's sad. I can tell like she's been running for quite a long time. And I ask her, so, are you hungry? And, she's nodding her head saying, yeah. I'm like, well, come eat with me. I have plenty of fish. And so, both me and her were eating. And, it's been pretty quiet. And so I just decided to break the conversation and ask, so, what's your name? And she says, my name is Nico Robin. I was like, Nico Robin. Where have I heard that name before? And she explains about how her family pretty much got killed because of some research stuff that was going on. And they tried to kill me, but I escaped. And I pretty much have a bounty on my head. And I was like, oh, okay. And she asks, are you going to try to collect the bounty on me? She says as she got scared. I was like, nah, I don't really care about any of that. And she asked me, so what about you? I was like, huh? And she said, yeah, I explained my past. Why don't you tell me something about you? And I was like, alright. So I tell her my name is Dion. And I tell her that my devil fruit is shadow flames. She asked me what is shadow flames. And I pretty much say it's blackish red flames that are hotter than the surface of the sun. Not only that, I have darkness manipulation, shadow manipulation, and with those manipulations I can create some pretty terrifying illusions if I wanted to. And I'm pretty much the best stealth person when it comes to nighttime. Like, and if I'm running somewhere at nighttime, you ain't catching me because I can pretty much hide anywhere in the shadows. She says, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And I ask, "What about you?" And she says, "Huh?" And I said, "Yeah. What's your devil fruit ability?" Hold up. Alright, I'm back. So she explains to me that she has the Hana no Mi fruit, which allows her to like make duplicates of any part of her body. And I say, "Oh, that's pretty cool." So pretty much whenever someone is at, you pretty much have the reach to get them. And she's like, "Yeah, I guess so." And she's still sad and stuff. And yeah, we have hung out for a little bit longer. I'm gonna time skip a couple years. We are 9 years old, and Nico, she has taken a liking to me. And she taught me a lot, and I mean a lot about literature and science. Like, I was already pretty smart for my kid, but she was like college professor level at like 9 years old. Now, for me, I was just like at a sophomore or junior in high school level of smartness. So yeah, I'm pretty smart, but she is really smart. So yeah, she tells me some stuff about literature, and I teach her the art of dark humor. Yeah. And so yeah, wherever Nico is sad, I always have the ability to lighten the mood with a very dark joke. And after a while, she now is starting to tell some dark jokes of her own. So yeah, I'm gonna time skip a little later. We are around 11 and 12. And me and Nico, we've been training our devil fruit abilities for a little while. I can make pretty decent illusions, you know, and my flames, well, they can't really get, I mean, sure, they can get hotter, but, eh. I've been developing this technique that I've been working on. It's kind of similar to Shikamaru's Shadow Possession ability, but I used that and I put my flames with it. So, yeah. And so, yeah, me and Nico, we have been on the run a bit because, me hanging out with Nico, some words got out. So now I have a pretty high bounty on my head at 10 years old. Not as high as Nico's, but half as much. But it's still pretty high. So, yeah, we're pretty much on the run. And, hold up. Alright, I'm back. Now, where was I? I'm just gonna say me and Nico, we were walking around. And I go to this weapon shop. And I buy myself two swords. Two swords that got black and steel on them. And Nico asked me, "What are the swords for?" And I say, "Well, I just like swords." And I sheath them both. And I say, "Well, why don't you get a weapon? I mean, I already know you're pretty good with them hands, but everybody needs some kind of weapon in case the hands don't work." And she's like, "Yeah, you're right." So she gets some gauntlets, not some big ones, just some that will like they're hockey infused gauntlets that would do like crazy damage to somebody. So yeah, I'm like, all right, pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, I buy it with my money because I got a decent amount of berries on me. So we leave out and we just see this kid being chased. Now this is where Kill la Kill comes in. I see this kid being chased, and we just see this man holding a pitchfork and a few other people there. They got the fire and pitchforks, and they're saying, "We're tired of you keep killing our kids." And, Kiyoya, that's what Kill la Kill 360 wanted him to be called. Kiyoya, he's like, I'm sorry, it's my devil fruit. I can't control it. And they're like, "Nah, demon, it's time for you to die." And me and Nico like, ah, shit. And so yeah, we both jump in, we knock them all out, and I say, "Hey, are you alright?" And Kiyoya says, "Yeah, it wasn't my fault." And I say, "What are you talking about?" And he says, "The the kids, my parents, it wasn't my fault." And I say, "Well, what happened?" And he explains his past a bit, his devil fruit, and it's going to be his custom devil fruit that Kill la Kill made up on his own. It's pretty much the necromancer fruit. And he told him that how his parents were not exactly there. It's like they was there, but they didn't care. So he was pretty hungry on one day, and he ate a fruit. And so when he ate it, his parents told him to come back because they just told him to come back. And he comes back and just some stuff happens, and he touches his mom's arm, because his mom was grabbing at his arm. And so he grabs his mom's arm and he accidentally kills her. Yeah, he accidentally kills his. Or yeah, and his dad, seeing his wife dead, he tries to go after Kyoya, and Kyoya explaining how he was pretty much scared at this point. He pretty much touched his dad's face, pretty much leaving just a skeleton behind. And yeah, and me and Nico will listen to this and we're like, damn. And we thought we had a rough life. Well, I didn't really have a rough life. I was pretty much just an orphan at that, an orphan. Now I thought that my life was pretty hard. And Nico, she was pretty much abused by her family too, and she thought she kind of had it a bit hard, but no. This kid who is, I'm just gonna say he around the same age as us, and I say, hey, why don't you come with us? And Kiyoya asked, really? I said, yeah, it's good to make some more members. And Nico's like, yeah, it's always good to have some more people. And Kiyoya says, thanks. As I offer him up a hand. I get him up. And I say, we're going to be doing some training when we get back home. And Kiyoya says, home? Where do you live? And I say, not too far from this, just a quick little reservated place. Just somewhere that you can like crash for a bit, because we're constantly on the move. And Kiyoya, he understands being chased pretty much his whole life due to his the devil fruit abilities. And I say, so the way how you are explaining your devil fruit abilities, it kind of seems like you have necromancer abilities. And Curio's like, yeah, the devil fruit I ate was black and had a white outlinings on it, made it look like a skull. And me and Robin were like, man, you know how OP you can be with that devil fruit? You just need some training. And Curio's like, training? What kind of training? And me and Nico, we smile. We're like, first you gotta start it off with fruits. And Curio's like, fruits? What am I gonna do with fruits? And I explain, because if you can rotten out a fruit, if you can kill something, you can bring it back to life. You're a necromancer. And he's thinking to himself like, yeah, I can do that. And I tell him, now, I hand him an apple. Now, I want you to decay this apple. And he decays the apple. And I say, good. Now, try to bring the apple back to its richness. And this is the part where he's kind of struggling with. Like, he can cause like death and stuff, but it's the resurrection part of his powers that he needs to get to work on. And so, yeah, I'll say like after a good month of us trying to show him out a bit, he gets it working a bit. And so, yeah, he can turn a rotten apple into a fresh one. And so, yeah, we train him like that for about a good year and a half. And yeah, at this point he has a decent understanding of your abilities. I'll say, if you're trying to train yourself and you have a decent idea of what you can do, you can pretty much train on your own and get super duper strong. So he's aware of the fact that he can resurrect, kill, He can create an undead army. He can create a skeleton army. And he has a bit of darkness manipulation. Just a bit. So, yeah. And it's pretty much just 3 of us. We're pretty much chilling at this point. And, I'm gonna say we are around the ages of 14. And so, hold up. Alright, I'm back. So, yeah, we're all around the age of 14 and stuff. And we get a special call. All 3 of us. We get a special call from Crocodile asking us to join the Baroque Works. Baroque Works. And, you know, us considering this an opportunity of a lifetime, we all say yes. And so, yeah. I think, actually, no, I can go a little bit longer. And so, yeah, we joined the Baroque Works. And, yeah, we be there. We get our hats and stuff. And, yeah. Do I want to make this longer? Actually, yeah, I think this is a good point to end it off on. Us joined the Baroque Works. And so, yeah. With that being said, I'm Anime Rage. We're very close to 1K, literally. I think we're like 40 away. So, yeah. And, I think... Tell me, you guys, what you think of my first One Piece what if. So, yeah. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, I keep it slow on me if they got a screw. Love they messing with my big homie, they must be a damn fool. I buy me some jewelry, under pressure I stay round the clock, tongue fuller. Class clown back in high school. I'm in love with designers, fancy taste. Laying down the recliner, stay in place. And you know I keep it rockin', got a 40 in my pocket. Niggas say that I'm the plug, and I ain't talking socket. For your love, run the race, cockpit I drive, detour out of space. Never been so high, used to feel in last place, but now I fly by. Dior on my way, pull the trigger, he's fried.